Hey, how's it going, guys? George Nix of Lakeshore Video. Today, we're going to be looking at some behind the scenes of a political campaign that we did in January. And let's just hop into it and I'll walk you through it. So, this was for an alderman. He was previously the alderman. He lost the last race and he was running again this year. So, the election results haven't come in yet, so I don't know if he won or if he's going to win or not. They're saying pretty good chances he could win, or it could go into a runoff. So you can see over here, this is the we did 3 different campaign videos. This one is focusing on crime, but we also did
our small business, when I was Alderman, so in
we
the
did
last 4 years, crime
let me
is
just
almost
pause it. We did the economy and education. So we did 3 different versions, but this crime version is the one that they really liked. And I think that they ended up running this one on TV. I don't always know where things get put, where things get run and all that. I just kind of like make the videos, and then afterwards I don't always have time to follow up. So I'm pretty sure this crime one was run on television though. So let's just check it out.
So in the last 4 years, crime has almost doubled as the #1 issue in the ward. The community doesn't feel as safe as they did 4 years ago. It's not just about combating crime. It's also about being supportive of our businesses, being supportive of development. All those things add to a safer community. I allocated millions of dollars to our schools to help build new playgrounds, to help build new fields at Clemente High School, at Wells, at Pritzker, at Chase. All of those things add to a safer neighborhood. I'm Joe Moreno, and I'm asking for your support for Alderman so that we can move our work forward together.
Okay. Yeah, pretty simple, straightforward. We just did like an interview. We had I think this was the closer shot, and then at some point there's a wider shot. I'm not sure if it's, and then obviously I had them look directly towards the camera for one of them. I think in the other ones,
The fabric of our ward, small.
I think in this one you can see the wider shot. Oh, there it is. So here's my wider shot that kind of shows the room a little more, shows the window. And then I ended them all with the same video, or the same clip.
Moreno, and I'm asking for your support for Alderman so that we can move our work forward together.
Just because you kind of always want to end on like a call to action. So behind the scenes, how we shot this, a lot of that was all actually stock footage. I mean, not all of it, just like the police stuff was stock footage, because it's a little tough to like go actively find a police car to go film and stuff. And it was already Chicago police footage, stock footage on story blocks. So I was like, yeah, let's just use that. But the stuff that's like like in the city at Clemente High School and around all the businesses and stuff, that was just me. I just went out and filmed a little bit, all handheld with the Lumix S5 and the 20 to 60 millimeter lens. I like that lens because you can get pretty darn wide with it and still get pretty close, especially if you swap into APS-C mode. You can really crop in, which is pretty nice. That's what I love about the Lumix cameras. You can do full frame, APS-C, pixel to pixel if you're doing 1080, but we shot everything in 4K for this. Shot everything in 4K 30, 10-bit, natural profile. And mainly I use 30 because when things get played on television, it ends up, they want a specific format for it. And it's usually 1080p 30 frames per second is what they're looking for. And kind of a compressed version of it is what they want. It's kind of crazy like how compressed they want it for television. But this is behind the scenes. You can see I got the Lumix S1 over there. And on top here, you can see we have this is a wireless transmitter for the microphone. So I can just wirelessly transmit to the camera and go straight in that way. Saves time in editing. I don't always need 32-bit float audio. Usually this is good enough, honestly. The Lumix cameras have pretty good preamps, so it always sounds great, especially with the Sennheiser. It's a Rode news shooter wireless system that we're using. And then up here, that's the Hollyland Mars X, which is basically just an HDMI wireless transmitter so that I can view it on the iPad. So I use the iPad as my monitor, and it works great because then I can just hand the iPad to my producer, and she can watch everything, monitor everything as needed. And then over here, oh yeah, obviously there is one other big thing on here, and that is the Sony NPF battery that is being. This is just a battery sled that provides PD power, which will keep your Lumix cameras going all day, and it's hot swappable because when you pop that battery off, it automatically switches to the internal battery. And that one was my wide shot. That's a 50 millimeter on the tripod. And then over here, we had the Lumix S5 with the 85 millimeter, and also again the battery sled that lets me use NPF batteries to keep it powered up. And looks like we were doing f2.8, ISO 250. Shutter is always 180 degrees, which is double the frame rate, so it's 60, 1/60. I like that the Lumix cameras do degrees, so when you change frame rates, you don't have to worry about changing your shutter. It's just automatic. But I did f2.8 rather than f1.8 because these lenses go to 1.8, but 1.8 is a little too shallow, and you start to kind of like their ears are out of focus and their eyes are in focus, and it's almost like a dreamy look. You don't really want that look for an interview necessarily. So I usually go to f2.8 or sometimes f4, honestly. Sometimes I go all the way to f4. So these softboxes are just the Raja 105, and this was made in, I forgot to mention, this was made in conjunction with Exclusive PR. So we are at Exclusive PR's office on Chicago Avenue in Chicago. And so this is downtown. There's not really anything great to see out these windows, so I don't really worry about trying to see out the window. But if we need to, we can, because I'm using VL300s, and we can really blast some light and expose for outdoors if we have to. But yeah, this Photix Raja 105 softbox is one of my favorites, and I used two of them because I recently got a second one. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna just start doing everything with two of these because I just love the look of like how it falls off with it being so big. And it's not too big though. They have a 120 that's, I think, probably too big for most locations, but the 105 is really perfect for me in my use cases. So yeah, you can see a little bit more here. I had the Sennheiser 416 with the Rode News Shooter wireless, broadcasting that to the Lumix S1. That was our interview person. You put them on the other side. Interview, like the person doing the interview always goes between my key light and my cameras. That's the perfect spot for them. We are on a slider with the 85, and this is just a newer slider. That's what the brand is, newer. And it just uses one NPF battery, and it'll loop back and forth, sliding back and forth, and it'll provide a parallaxing effect, which is really cool. It's like a mechanical parallaxing effect. So you just like set the angle of this bar, and it like automatically, as it's sliding, will keep it pointed at the camera, or at the person. I almost said at the camera. Keep the camera pointed at the person as it slides. So that's a parallax. So pretty cool. And then obviously we got this big old bounce board as our fill. And we're using C stands for the big lights, but I'm just using some cheaper, smaller stands for the microphone and just and the reflector. And I'm just using one of these. I don't know what you call that thing, whatever that thing is that holds the arm. Can't remember what those are called, but yeah, you can see the Photix Raja 105. So I'm using that for my fill or my key and my backlight, and then my fill is just a bounce board plus in this shot it's just a bounce board, but I did actually add in a light wand over the top of it to add a little extra fill. And that's nice because the bounce board is like helping because it's getting some from the key light and the window, but then we can boost that up just a little bit by running a light wand right down the middle there. And you can see way back here that was my monitor. So it is an iPad for the monitor, at least for the wide shot. I didn't have a monitor on my close-up. Really only need one monitor, so I just chose this one because it was easier. The newer slider can't really hold that much weight, so I didn't want to load it up with all the stuff that I loaded onto the S1. So that's why I use the S5 over here because it's more lightweight. Love that Sennheiser. Always great audio with that. That is my producer. That's Samantha Frontera. She owns Exclusive PR. And that's who I do all of my political shoots with. And she is an amazing producer. So go check out Exclusive PR, especially if you need PR done for your firm. And here you can see this was like the over the shoulder shot, and it was sliding back and forth the whole time. You have to leave a little bit of a gap to be able to get that slider shot in there moving, which is why I always do the close up on the slider, because, well, A, it looks cooler with a parallax. Like, you're not going to see as much movement in a wide shot, but B, if it's a wider shot and it's moving, then I'm more likely to get stuff on the sides in my shot. So that's like just kind of why it works out. So here's a behind the scenes just showing it. Little video. Oh, and in this video, actually, you can see right there, you can see that light wand. Let me pause it. So this light wand, I can't zoom in, but the light wand is right here, just clamped to the top of my same lights or same stand that I'm using for my bounce board, and I'm just putting it right over the front of the bounce board, so it's essentially the lights coming from the same spot, and that way I can a little more evenly light their face, because I'm not trying to go super dramatic on a video like this, because we're really trying to just make him look approachable and friendly. We're not really trying to do a documentary about the crime. We're just, trying to make him look good. Obviously that doesn't look very good, but it's just a weird spot that I caught him. So, and she basically was just asking questions. Oh, that's a good shot of the light wand. Right here. Can really see it well. So she was just asking questions. We had a set of questions that would hit certain topics that we wanted to cover. And then in the edit, I ended up just using my own discretion as far as what the best answers, like how to cut them into a 30-second promo, because it's like they'll give longer answers, and I'm just grabbing like the best clips of that I can cut down into 30 seconds and make it be cohesive and make it make sense. So it's not like their answers are even word for word how they said it, but I'm taking the general idea, cropping out all the ums and all the like sentences that don't really matter, qualifier sentences and things like that. I'm just cutting it down to the bare bones, hit the point, move on, to the next point, get to the end of the video, because 30 seconds is not long. And then we also do 15-second versions, so which is like even crazier to like cut it down, and like you'll only have time for one point, hit it home, you know. So but we do a full interview that's like maybe an hour long, just to have stuff to choose from. Half hour, maybe hour, whatever, however long it takes to get all the stuff we need. There's me. And here's outside. So yeah, this was on Milwaukee. What is it? I can't remember the names of all the streets. Damon, Milwaukee, and a few others. Michigan Avenue. Is that right? No, not Michigan. This is Milwaukee, I think. I don't know. I'm honestly really bad with names, even though I've been working in Chicago for 10 years. And then Clemente, that's actually a really good skate spot. So I was kind of excited to like go here and film. Oh, I guess I was using the S1 with the 20 to 60 millimeter lens. I didn't have the 24 to 105 with me, so otherwise I probably would have used that, to be honest. But to keep my pack lighter this day, I think I just threw the 20 to 60 in, because I wasn't sure what I was going to end up doing. Oh, that's the other thing. I was going to use the gimbal, so that's why I had the 20 to 60, because if you have the primes, they weigh the same amount as the 20 to 60. So I have a 35, 85, and 50 millimeter prime. And then I also have the 20 to 60 lens. And those are all swappable. Sorry about that noise in the background. That's the dryer. But yeah, so lenses are all swappable on the gimbal. And I ended up going handheld with this stuff because it just didn't require a ton of movement, and I can still get a little bit of movement, especially with the S1. It has really good stabilization. But I can't wait for that S5 II. I'm getting the S5 IIX, and that's supposed to have even better stabilization, like the world-class leading stabilization. So Clemente High School is, again, it's a bunch of skateboarders that hang out there, because it's like a skate plaza. They actually let you skate there, which is crazy. So it's a place that I've been many times, coming from a skateboarding background. So when I heard that I got to film there, I was kind of excited, but nobody I knew was there. It was just like kids, so I'm not going to go like talk to them, but I just grabbed a few wide shots of the area just to show the school. So anyways, yeah, there's not really a whole lot to talk about it in terms of the edit. It was basically just grab whatever makes sense, and I get everything from Storyblocks, and I'll open the edit just to show you a cool feature about Storyblocks. It's annoying that they make you pay like an extra like $5 a month or whatever they pay, whatever the extra is. I think it's an extra $5 a month, which is kind of a lot just for this one feature. But this one feature allows you to have Storyblocks in Premiere. It's a new feature that they had, and you know, like Chicago police, like boom, there's the shot I used right there. So it's just cool to be able to like have it right here, and then I can just click download, and then it pops up down here in my project folder automatically. So just waiting for my dryer to stop buzzing. I don't know why it does that. It's such an annoying dryer. But yeah, I definitely use that shot too. So there's all kinds of good Chicago stuff. There's lots of good drone shots and stuff for Chicago in particular. So that's why I love like that most of my work is in Chicago because it's such a big city, and there's like tons of stock footage for it. There's not stock footage for like your small town America, but generally speaking, there's not. But for major cities or major tourist locations and things like that, like I even did one for Starved Rock political video last year, maybe a couple years ago now. Time flies, but for that one, we got drone shots from Starved Rock because that day that we went out there, it was pouring rain. So we ended up finding stock footage of drone shots of it, and they were beautiful, like sunrise shots. So, um, yeah, that's something I love about Storyblocks, just having this right here because it's got all my video, it's got templates, it's got audio. That's where I get all my music and everything. Photos, anything you can think of that's stock as far as stock media goes, it's all right here. I wish they wouldn't charge you that extra $5 a month because I honestly wasn't going to do it. For a long time, I was like, nah, not worth it. Like, you guys are assholes for charging the extra $5 a month. But then I was doing this one project and I needed so much stock footage. It was just getting so annoying going back and forth between like Chrome, finding it, downloading it, moving it into the right folder, bringing it into Premiere, putting it in, and then being like, oh, you know what? I don't think I even want to use that clip. And just seeing it right next to the edit in here is just, it's so much easier to just work with. It just sped up my workflow. So that's why I went ahead and paid the extra $5 a month or whatever it cost. So anyways, that's about it for this one. Let's watch one. We'll watch the education one because I thought that one was pretty cool.
When I was alderman,
Let me just fix the size of this for you.
When I was alderman, we brought an international baccalaureate program into Clemente High School. The school was on probation over 10 years, and after 2 years, it was off probation and a level 2+ school. As a parent that raised my daughter that went to Chicago public schools, the elementary schools and high schools are vital for parents to feel comfortable and proud in sending their children there. Constituent services, safety, and education are the top 3 pillars that we're going to focus on as soon as I become alderman again. I'm Joe Moreno, and I'm asking for your support for alderman so that we can move our work forward together.
Yeah, so that's a political video that we just did. I've done so many political videos over the last couple of years with exclusive PR. I honestly don't even know. It's got to be like 50, 100. I don't know. So like I don't have time to sit here and like actually figure out like anything about any of these candidates. Like I just shoot the videos and move on. Like I really don't know who's a good candidate, who's not. So don't ask me anything about that. I'm just making the videos. I don't go into the backgrounds of these people before filming it. It's just, it is what it is. When you're doing gigs back to back to back, you just take whatever the highest paying gig is and move on with it. So don't get mad at me if you don't like whoever I'm filming. Like I don't care who it is on whatever side of the political spectrum. I'm gonna film for them. Just to, I'm running a business here. It's I'm not like, if I don't film it, somebody else is gonna film it. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make money. So hopefully you guys learned something today about how to film an interview or something like that. I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys behind the scenes just because a lot of people ask about this and they want to see it. So let's go back over here. So anyways, my name is George Nix. If you guys have a political video you would like to film for your campaign or whatever, I think we may be doing one for a the firefighters union soon. I'm not sure. We'll see about that one, but pretty much every 2 years we end up doing a whole bunch of political videos. So let me know, lakeshorevideo.com. You can check out all this other stuff that we've done, or you can go to exclusivepr.biz, I believe. Just look up exclusive PR, you'll find it. Sam is great. We work together on a ton of projects and tons of political campaigns. If you want any other type of interview video done, let me know. I can be reached at george@lakeshorevideo.com. That's my email. I'll answer any of your emails. My phone number can be found on my website if you want to go check that out, lakeshorevideo.com. All of our social medias, everything is also Lakeshore Video. So my name's George. Until next time, you guys take it easy. Later.